At the moment is off number 16. Well done, Ralph, having cracked my London to York record just about a couple of weeks ago. Sorry I wasn't there to cheer you through at the end of it all, but having lost the record after what, 34 years, I suppose it has to go in the end. So he's also riding as well. I'm sorry I'm concentrating on the tricycle riders end-to-enders, but they're close to my heart. Andy Wilkinson also riding in that one, and Peter McGrath, the chairman of the Road Time Trial Council, also taking part. But that's back in Great Britain. We're here in Columbia, and the first heat coming up. First of the heats then in the second round of the men's sprint championship at Bogota in Colombia, up at altitude 2,600 meters above sea level. This superb track with the bankings 40 degrees and the angle of the straight at 10 degrees, a 333.33 meter track. 3 laps of track equals 1 kilometer, and the first of the riders to come up on the track here, Curt Harnett on the right-hand side of your screen, Jens Fiedler on the left-hand side of your screen. Jens Fiedler, surprisingly, had to come back through the repechage, and was surprised that he didn't, in fact, in his first round, beat the American rider Paul Swift. Now, on paper, he should have done so, but it was so close, and the rumour, says he, tapping the side of his nose, was that Fiedler reckoned that if he'd beaten Swift, he'd have to come up into the next round against one of the other German riders, particularly probably somebody like Michael Hubner. And rather than do that, he opted out of winning his first round and came back through the repechage, beating Jarabek of Slovakia. So that, for the man at the back here, was a calculated risk. So instead of coming up against his countryman Hubner in the next round, as it would have been now, he comes up against Curt Harnett, and he has taken on an enormous challenge. The man from Thunder Bay, who is on the front at the moment, has set the fastest time in qualifying. He is the now world record holder over 200 meters, and that's going to take a lot of work for the Olympic champion here in the German colours, the white with the orange, red bands and black bands around his jersey, to catch and beat this man in front. Curt Harnett's a Taurus, born on May the 14th in 1965, 30 years of age, and now he's let the German drop down inside him. Oh, the track tactics tonight are going to be absolutely fantastic. With that flick from Fiedler, but he's gone into lead now. The fastest man on the track at the moment, the Canadian, has now got a lot of work to do to catch up, and Fiedler flicked him and has opened up a gap. They're on the final lap now as Harnett closes up on the German, and it's round into the back, and up goes Fiedler down inside the red line. There's no prisoners taken tonight on the line. Oh, sorts that one out. In fact, I think Fiedler got it. 10.341. What an opening race for tonight's programme. Brilliant. Look at this again. They're all over the track. Harnett, so quick. The muscular man from Canada against the lithe German at the bottom of the track, who went down into the blue zone. I think the judges will allow that, but I'll need a photo finish, and you will too, to say who won round 2. Fiedler says, I got it. Jens Fiedler, the amateur champion of the world way back in 1991, has now provided the first upset of the night, if that's confirmed by the judges. Yes, it's gone to Fiedler. So Harnett will have to come back through the repechage. He would never expect that. So the tactics that Fiedler employed by losing out in the first round to Paul Swift has paid off. He's beaten Harnett, the fastest man on the track. You can probably hear in the background the buzz of excitement as the crowd have warmed to the performance of these athletes who've had to wait before they can get on the track. Psychologically, they were all wound up to start the program. The rain delayed that, but they've come back on and opened the program up, those two riders, with a really scintillating set of sprinting. So now we've got the Chilean rider on the right-hand side of the track against Hill. We have a problem. Oh no, you can't throw things on the track like that. I always thought this championship was going to be full of incidents. We've had world records, we've had rain chucking itself down, and now the crowd are getting the act as well. We've had riders collapsing through exhaustion and being supplied with oxygen, and now the excitable crowd here are taking action for some reason, and I don't quite know why, because in reality, unless they're objecting to the photographers on the line so they can't see what's going on, there's no reason for them to start throwing things. In fact, I think what's happening is the crowd do not like the fact the photographers got in the way of what they're trying to see, particularly a close finish like that, and this very volatile crowd. As we watch a replay of that finish, I'll begin to object to certain things going on. And there we are, Fiedler got that one. It's taking my mind back to the Tour of Spain, when those two riders got off their bikes and started thumping each other in the middle of a bike race. A fight broke out, and something tells me, unless they can quieten this crowd down, I hope we don't have a riot so they all start stampeding across the track. We've had rain, and now we've got an angry crowd for some reason. This is unbelievable. Okay, I know it's just gone midnight in the UK and Europe. So if you want some entertainment, you've got nothing to do tomorrow, and you've never watched cycle racing before, watch this lot. We've got some cracking bike racing going on, and we've also got the crowd getting involved too. There are 2,000 special police and armed guards involved in the World Championship this year. Not so much on the track, they're out on the road because, and I have to say, I'm not being disrespectful with the Colombians, but it's actually been printed in the paper, so I'm just stating what's been said out there. And it was Maurizio Fonda who said in the road race, when he's going down the finishing straight, that's on Sunday week, if he's in the lead, he's got one Colombian with him, he's going to let the Colombian win because he's not too happy to get shot. But we won't have that here tonight, and I'm not being disrespectful what's happening, but in reality the emotions that get involved in sport, you have to see it to believe it.